Hey, first of all, you think the guy from West Virginia learned his lesson, player, about saying that they don't play hard and they're going to be 36-1? What do you think, huh? I think old boy learned his lesson. You bring that in front of the team and just say, hey guys, this is what you don't want to do to,
you don't
to
want
get another team fired up. That really,
you don't want to
really good players. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean you, don't really want to incite and poke the bear. You know, it wasn't very smart. So.
Coach, first scrimmage of the spring. Just kind of give us an overall overview of how you felt or feeling afterwards.
All right, positives. No turnovers. Okay, that's always important when you play so many guys and you protect the football. Something that we didn't do a very good job of. Negative is we didn't create any turnovers. So it's like this, all the positives are negatives when it's the same team. Does that make sense? So when you're looking for, hey, no turnovers, great. Defense, not good enough. Okay. Early on, too many lost yardage plays by the offense that put them in long yardage situations. We had a couple silly penalties that we got to correct, but for the most part, it was pretty much penalty free. I mean, we didn't have a lot of foolish things. We had a couple in there that we've got to move forward with, but I thought the energy, the attitude, the body language was good. I think our guys were excited about playing today. So, but there's a lot of things we can clean up. We got to play faster on offense. Our defense has to get lined up. But I think we're headed in the right direction.
What do you think of the quarterback play overall?
I thought it was fine. Without really then watching the film and seeing how guys played around them. I think that's such a big part of playing that position is how did guys play around them. It's and how do you get into a rhythm? It only takes a couple breakdowns elsewhere for a quarterback to lose a little bit of his stinger. And when guys are playing well around you and you're making throws and making checks and we seem to be moving, it just all fits together. So we still have a ways to go. I thought Tyler did some good things for really the first time we've counted on him to try and move our team, and same with Nick.
You mentioned no turnovers created on defense, but there were a number of times where they kept the offense out of the end zone, and a lot of times in short yardage.
That's a great point. They kept them out of the end zone a couple times. Short yardage did a nice job. And really, to be honest, we had our hands on a few opportunities, and that's one thing our defense has to understand. You got to take advantage of those opportunities when they come their way and make the play. Make the play that changes the game, that ignites your team. It's about making plays at the right moments that ignite your team. And we had some opportunities there and things that we need to continue to build on.
Thought DJ stood out among the receivers?
DJ did some good things. It's hard to say. Playing that position, it's all about touches. If you get an opportunity, we might have had some guys open on some other plays and just didn't have that opportunity. I think DJ's had a really good spring. I think he's only touched the surface of where he can be. So I think he's had a good start to, heck, we're almost right at the midway point of spring. So I think he's only going to continue to get better.
What do you think about the running back? Payne kind of had some nice second half.
I thought George did a really good job of, he had a really good Thursday, and I thought he really backed it up with a really good scrimmage today. He's hard to bring down, and George has to continue to improve the football awareness, reading his blocks when he's running, but in terms of a hard physical guy to bring down, he is that. And we just got to find a way to keep him healthy and keep him improving in the football awareness, ball skill department that allows him to be a little bit more versatile.
What do you think of communication overall? It sounded like a couple times you got on the sideline, but I guess relaying plays.
It was average. It's you're playing a lot of guys and trying to get the guys on the field, and you go from goal line and coming out in 2 minutes, and that's the biggest part of the game. How do you do it better than they do it? How do you have the right number of people on the field? Alignment, assignment, as I always say, can get you beat before any mismatches if you're not lined up right and you don't know what you're doing. So those are the biggest things we control. That's coaching. That's us repping it enough to where our guys understand that. So you don't want to waste timeouts based on communication, substitution, those kind of things. But for the first day, that really for the most part, there weren't as many of those. We weren't foolish with the ball. And so we've got a ways to go, but I know we have enough talent. I know that.
Coach, I'm not sure if you talked about it already, but your offensive line, what players stood out in your mind?
That one is so hard to gauge just because I'm a skill guy by nature, so the reality is I'm not watching them as much as that I'll watch when I get a chance to watch it on film. But I think they've come along nicely. I think we've got enough talented guys and competition for guys to continue to improve and have to bring it every day if playing is important. And that has to be. It has to start with that. If you have a burning desire to want to get on the field, if you have that burning desire to get on the field, then you'll compete when competition arises. If you don't, and you just want to play if it's convenient, then we've got to find some